Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Kathleen Benjamin here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite tools for achieving a flawless natural makeup look on mature skin. So if that interests you, stay tuned. Like I shared in my intro, I have this TEMPTU Airbrush tool that I'm going to be using on my mature skin. I'm going to show you exactly how to use this machine. I'm going to show you exactly the type of coverage you get. And then I'm going to share with you a little bit about the benefits of using airbrush makeup. Okay, so first off, this is the TEMPTU portable airbrush gun. So TEMPTU is the airbrush company that I've been using for ever since I started my bridal makeup company. And it's, using airbrush on bridal makeup and bridal parties has always been my go-to foundation because it's long wearing, it photographs beautifully, and it lasts forever. It's sweat proof, it's tear proof. It doesn't transfer onto anybody, but yet it's super light and it doesn't look heavy on the skin, which is one of the things I really, really love about it. But anyway, so without any further ado, let's get started. I'm going to show you exactly how to use this and a little bit about some of the products that you can purchase to use with the airbrush gun. So for me, I have this pod here, right? This pod that removes, the top comes off, right? And it looks like this. I take these foundations that I have here. These are all like colors from like number 1 to number 12. And what I do with these colors is I custom make a color and I pour it into this pod, right? It goes into here. And the reason that I purchase all of these colors is because I have a bridal hair and makeup company and I never know what type of skin I'm going to be dealing with. So I have to pre-mix a lot of things just to kind of custom make a foundation for each individual person. But if you are interested in purchasing a pod, you can purchase a pod that is already pre-filled, so you don't have to worry about doing any mixing, and it matches your skin tone 100%. I'll leave a picture of what these pods look like up here. They kind of resemble this, but they just don't have the opening up here in the top that you would pour the makeup into. They range about $45 for each pod. You can get pods that have just foundation in it. You can get pods that have bronzer in it, and you can have pods that have a blush in it, right? You can also get pods to do your eyebrows, and they have stencils that you can do. You can literally airbrush your entire face. They even have eyeshadows. But for the sake of today's video, I'm just going to show you exactly what the foundation looks like on my skin. And then I'm going to show you a little bit about what the blush looks like too, because I do have the blush here. I'm not going to do the bronzer. I'm just going to do some basics just so you can see exactly what it looks like on the skin, how it plays out on this. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the color, I'm going to pour it into here. So like I said, this is a portable gun, right? It comes with this USB cord that you simply plug into the back of it here, right? And then you just plug it into the wall and it charges. And the charges will last you quite a while. I can get through a couple of weddings without having to recharge this. So, I mean, if you're just using it on yourself, obviously the charge is going to last a lot longer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to pick out the color that best suits my skin, and I'm going to pour it into the top. What I'm going to do at the end, like I don't have any makeup on right now, I'm going to put a primer on. I'm going to do my eyes at the end. I'll show you what the end result looks like with everything finished. But for the sake, like I said, I just really wanted you to see exactly what this foundation look like on my skin without anything else on it. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. liquid poreless putty primer, which I've been loving. And that's just going to help when I spray onto the foundation, the airbrush, that it's going to just kind of lay nicely on my skin. And that's the nice thing about the airbrush, is that it doesn't ever get too heavy. But if you want to have an area where you need more coverage, you can just hold the airbrush there longer and you'll get more coverage. Okay, so this is, again, what it looks like. I'm going to take this button back here. You can hear it, it's on, it makes this sound. This button here is what you pull back. There's a little button up top that you pull back on. And you can feel like there's like a cool air coming out. And again, the nice thing that I love about this is that it's very lightweight on the skin. I don't like it too heavy of a foundation. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go around and I'm going to make circular motions all the way around on my face. And that's really all you have to do to use this. Just keep going around, making circles. And the idea that it's super lightweight, so what happens is it doesn't completely cover all of your skin. It comes out like with tiny little, it's a spray, right? So there's tiny little pixels like that come spraying out onto your skin so that your own skin actually pops through, right? So it doesn't actually get completely covered, which makes it look really natural and airbrush looking. So again, it's just another tool that we use when we're doing weddings. I happen to be very partial to it because I've had such great results with it, and like all the brides that I've ever done it on have always been happy with it. So I have a tendency to like that. And you can go around your nose here. This area here, you can go over a few more times if you wish, so that it, you know, that's the area that typically gets bumped, right? If you're, you know, rub your nose or you bump into things. So this area here, I have a tendency to do a little bit more airbrush on. And again, I'm just kind of going around, I keep it about 6 inches away from my face and just keep going around in circular motions. Yeah, and I just wanted you to be able to see the difference. And the left side of my face here to over there. You can see it's not heavy at all. So you can see that it has a nice finish. It doesn't look too cakey. It looks very natural on the skin, which is what I love about it. And again, like I said, you would just purchase one of these pods, right? That would match your skin color. They have every skin tone that you can imagine. And the only thing you really would need to clean would be the needle. That there's a little tiny needle where the spray comes out. You would just need to take a Q-tip with some cleaner and just go around there every now and again just to make sure that the needle doesn't get clogged. But that would be it. All right, let me do the other side of my face. Again, you simply just push the button in the back. It goes on, you push this button back, and you kind of make these circular motions. And you can see where I have like rosacea here. I can just use it a little bit more. And then where I have this broken capillary right here, I'm gonna hold it on there for a little bit longer, right? Just to kind of cover that up. So some of the common questions I do get about using airbrush is, can I put use my own foundation in the airbrush? So say you wanted to get this refillable pod, could you put your own foundation, whatever it may be, in here? And the answer is no. You have to use the TEMPTU system. You need to use their airbrushes, their airbrush foundations, or their bronzers or their blushes to put in here. Otherwise, what happens is if something happens inside the machine and it clogs it up, and then the machine is no good. Another question I get, is it hard to use? No, it's not hard to use. It's not hard to clean up. It's very, very effective. Like I said, you can buy as many of these pods as you want. You can get you can get the foundation, you can get the bronzer, and you can get the blush. You can keep them, they have these stands that you set them in, and you can just kind of keep them set. The price usually is about $40, $45, but let me tell you, they're filled and they will last you a long, long time, because you don't really need that much foundation. Like a lot of the foundation that we put on our face is, if we're using a sponge or a brush, is getting wasted. When you're using the pods, it doesn't really waste. You know what I mean? You're just spraying out what you need and it's going onto your face, and it's not a heavy application. The machine itself runs about $195. So again, and you just need to charge it with a USB charger. You can use like other powders on your face on top of this. You can use other blushes, you can use other bronzers. You don't have to use the blushes and bronzers if you don't wish to, if you just wanted the foundation. Okay, let me show you a little bit about the blush. I'll show you how that goes on so you can get a feel for what that looks like. So for me, I have to go in there and I need to go clean out the inside of this because, again, like I have to pre-mix everything for each individual client. Okay, so what I did is I cleaned up my pod, and I went in and this is the blush color I'm going to be using. It's a warm blush. I'm going to go in. I put some color in here already. You can kind of, you can see it or not, but it's in the top part up here. And again, what I would do, I just would keep my hair pinned back, turn it on again, right? Just push this button back here, take this button here, pull it back, and just kind of keep wherever I would put my blush, right there. And you can see the blush, right? So this is a warm blush, depending on, like I typically would use a cooler type brush. I can't find my cool one, so I'm using this warm one. Go in there and just pull it back. But you can see it doesn't spray out heavy, it sprays out very subtly, and you can build on it as much as you want. So do me a favor, if you have any questions or comments about airbrush, please leave them in the comments below, and I would love to answer them and just kind of get some feedback about whether or not you've ever used airbrush or not. And I'm going to show you what the other side, how to do it. I'm going to kind of closer so you can see. And there you have it. There I have my blush on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop off the camera. I'm going to finish doing the rest of my makeup so you can see what the end result looks like. And I'll come back and I'll show you what everything looks like at the end. So there you have it, guys. There's my airbrush foundation video for mature skin. I hope you gained some value from this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video.